I was not expecting this traumatic thing to happen to me at 30 years old.
Nothing really leading up to this made any sense.
He saw me on the floor in our master bathroom. I was not breathing. I didn't have a pulse.
There was a lot of things going through my head at the time. I had no idea what was going on.
We were just starting an amazing life. We just had a baby. We just brought her home. We were just getting settled in, having the nursery set up.
Very busy, very chaotic. We had a lot going on, but we had a lot more coming up once you had the baby and everything.
So it was a great day. We were actually going to get together with some friends. My husband and I were getting ready. I was showering, actually. I had cleaned our baby and handed the baby to my husband, and he was all the way across the house in the nursery getting her dried and, in a little party outfit, and I was just getting out of the shower at the time. When I must have felt, again, that maybe that dizziness or that palpitations, a beating in my chest, and when that happened, I must have screamed out to my husband.
I came in the kitchen and I was just sitting here watching TV and, chilling out, waiting for Kayla to finish in the shower, and she just kind of said, "Pat," and I thought maybe she forgot her towel or something, it's no big deal. So I had Caitlin in my arms, and I went in the bathroom, and she was,
He saw me on the floor in our master bathroom. I was not breathing. I didn't have a pulse.
She was on the floor, and she wasn't breathing. She was trying to breathe, but she wasn't. And
thank goodness my husband does have some medical training as well, and he was able to start CPR immediately, and he was able to do it successfully. That's when he called 911. I
told him that, I'm gonna start CPR, and the lady said okay, and she was gonna start to instruct me. I said I was aware because I'd been trained as an EMT. That was a long time ago, but you don't really forget.
I want people to learn CPR out in our community. I think one of the scariest things when someone does go down and you don't know this person's a stranger, and the most basic thing that anyone can do is to start CPR. And hands-only CPR is something that I want to pair with the American Heart Association and get out into the community and teach people that it's okay, that you can intervene, and that you won't get in trouble, if you do something that's not exactly correct. This patient has no other option. If you do not do something, they will die.
If you have anybody that you're worried about, think about the fact that they could go down at any minute, and you don't know why, and you won't really know what to do unless you're trained. And if you get trained, even in the simplest forms, those classes, they kind of seem fun and everything, but you realize that they're a serious thing, and they could save someone's life that, you're very close to, that you don't even realize it until it's done.
This could happen to anyone. It could happen to, like I said, my daughter. It could happen to me again. And I was not expecting this traumatic thing to happen to me at 30 years old, with this new family that we had and just started. The sad part is, I don't know what's gonna happen to me, and I don't know what could potentially happen to my daughter, which is terrifying to me. We did do some genetic testing, and all the testing that they have out there is negative, so that's a relief in a sense, but it also leads me to believe that there may be some genetic testing out there that we don't know of yet, and that's why research is really big in this arena. We need to figure out more about patients like me. We need to speak out about patients like me. Heart effects are not just on 80, 90-year-old men. You know, it can happen to a 30-year-old female too, who has no other existing history of heart problems.